You're supposed to pick a current issue, right, Cindy?
Yeah. So I went online to do a Google search on what topic we could possibly do on, and I came across issues such as in food insecurity, refugee rights, and the gender pay gap.
Gender pay gap? Hang on, Cindy. I've not really heard about that before. Is it a big issue?
Yes, Shayna. It impacts many people around the world today.
I see, but what does it mean?
Let me tell you all about it. So, the gender pay gap refers to the disparity between men and women. Despite how far women have come in terms of right and workforce participation, research shows that women can earn approximately 84 cents for every dollar a man earns. This pay gap is discriminatory in nature and has been reflecting systemic inequality for decades. Factors such as occupational segregation and the intersectionality of race and gender are large contributors to this issue. The gender pay gap ends up affecting families and communities through limited their access to resources and opportunities. By successfully tackling this issue, a more appealing future where all individuals have equal opportunities to succeed and thrive can be established. What we aim to do in this research is mainly to raise awareness of the gender pay gap, understand its causes, and assess its long-term impacts.
To learn more about this issue from the public, we created a Google form. These questions were used to help us gain a better understanding of the extent to which the public was aware of this issue. We then sent the form out to our family and friends. We chose this method as we found it easier to distribute and gather data from a large number of people quickly. Using a Google form also reduced any social desirability bias due to the participants giving us their data anonymously, which would allow them to provide their honest answers without feeling any fear or discomfort of their answers being linked back to them.
From the 68 responses we collected from the Google form, 77.9% of the participants have heard of the gender pay gap issue, proving that it is both prevalent and age-old, with 73.5% of our respondents seeing their friends or family experience this issue. 41.2% of the respondents mentioned that gender equality is important in society, and a majority of them also agreed that this issue has an effect on industries such as on the organizations, workplace culture, and business performances. 69.1% of our respondents think that raising awareness would improve the gender pay gap issue, which could increase enthusiasm and support, stimulates self-mobilization, and mobilize local knowledge and resources. However, 30.9% doubted that this issue could be solved due to how large and deep-rooted it is. On the other hand, 83.8% believe that small support has the ability to make big changes. In summary, we can gauge that the gender pay gap issue is widely experienced, and although solving it completely may take a more complex solution than what is currently in place, awareness could help improve this issue, due to this likely making support more readily available for those facing these issues.
Excuse me, but can you tell me how this might tie into philosophy?
Excellent question. When considering Eastern versus Western philosophies, both elicit different perspectives due to their cultural and cognitive distinctions. Despite global progress being made towards gender equality, religious and cultural values, particularly in Eastern philosophy, seem to hold this progress back. An example of this is Buddhism, which despite promoting equality can reinforce gender hierarchy. Discounting this, globally, the movement towards equality is still strong. The philosophy of logic behind the gender pay gap can be broken up into three main parts: the lack of women in senior roles, the concentration of women in lower-paid professions, and women mostly working part-time due to caregiving. However, times are becoming more progressive where younger fathers are willing to cut back working hours to spend more time with their family. But most workplaces are not allowing this due to the societal expectations of men in the workplace. Looking at the gender pay gap issue from a psychology and sociology aspect provides insights into how it affects women's mental health, especially in marginalized groups. Evidence shows that despite having similar qualifications and experience, women are paid less, which can lead to psychological stress and harm their overall well-being. Finally, taking a look at the Falsafa Sejahtera itself, it can be seen that it advocates for an ethical and balanced way of living, which to be achieved, the gender pay gap must be stopped. That way, an intellectual, emotional, and physically balanced society can be created, leading to a more peaceful and fair world. Okay, I mostly understand the whole issue now, but I think it'd be better if I had someone's first-hand experience. Hi, Ms. Radhi, can you tell me about your personal experience with facing the gender pay gap issue?
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to participate in this survey, Shena. I am aware of gender pay gap, and as for me, I see this happening in my organization as I'm attached to a global pharmaceutical industry. Being a female employee, we deal with certain challenges trying to balance the demands of work and domestic affairs. Unable to attend a company dinner after a project rollout, for example, is judged by higher management as it is important to attend such functions to strengthen the bond between clients and expansion of team visibility. It is expected of you to be present during these functions, and if you choose not to attend, then you're sidelined because you did not prioritize the function over family obligation, although it is after working hours. How did this impact me? I was not shortlisted for promotions as I was seen to be less active in comparison of other team members due to poor attendance for company functions that take place after office hours. Male employees are preferred as they are seen to be more sociable and not rigid and don't come with curfews, allowing a free flow of engagements not restricted by time. I don't get the opportunity to lead projects due to my restricted time after office hours. Hence, I become a team member that is less prominent, who is seen to be incapable of managing projects of high profile. I am deemed to be inflexible and less accommodative because I prioritize my obligations to my family over the assignment and tasks given to me. This has left a scar in my career journey where I feel frustrated and angered because of this unfairness showed, but in return should be seen as someone who's capable and talented as I'm able to maintain work-life balance, which is essential and it's often preached and expected in the corporate industries these days. But some or other, my company does not feel so, and hence I'm thrown to handle projects which are smaller in scale and less exposure. This has caused me to feel unworthy of myself as I don't easily get nominated for rewards or even being recognized for my contributions and efforts because I deal with less profile projects. Hence, this has impacted my self-esteem and confidence, which has led me to suffer from depression. Thank you, and hope this is helpful, Sheena. Take care.
Thank you, Ms. Radhi. I think I understand it a bit better now.
Bye.
You know, see, I think I understand it a lot better now. I now realize how many people's personal and professional lives this affects, especially for women. I know that although many are likely to be aware of the issue, we need to bring about more awareness to put this issue under the spotlight so that it be more difficult for people to get away with continuing to reinforce this issue. We have come too far to give up.
Exactly. This research can serve as a foundation for advocacy efforts, corporate initiatives, and community programs that are aimed at promoting gender equality. Not only does this research emphasize the need for continuous attention to bridge the gender pay gap, but shows that it can and should be solved.
So make sure you do your part and spread the word too.